Okay, let's go over example 3, real life application. And this is part of chapter 7, section 3, solving equations using multiplication and division. Problem A says 45 basketball players participate in a tournament. Write and solve an equation to find the number of 3-person teams they can form. Okay, so let's start with what we know. There's a total of 45 basketball players. So it's going to be, so in our equation, it's going to say 45 equals. And then we need to find an equation to solve the number of 3-person teams. So each team has 3 people, but we don't know how many teams. So, but we know that's going to be 3 times the number of teams equals 45. So our equation is 45 equals 3t. Now let's solve for t. We're going to draw a line down the middle. 3 and t are being multiplied, so that means we're going to divide to get t by itself. And we're going to divide both sides by 3. Okay, on the left side of the equation, I know 45 divided by 3, there's not quite enough room on our multiplication chart, but if we kept counting by 3s, we would get to 15. And let's take a look at our right side. Well, these 3's cancel out because there's a 3 in the numerator and a 3 in the denominator. So on the right, we're left with t. And that's what we wanted. Now we can check to make sure we're correct. Let's use our original equation, 45 equals 3t. Let's substitute t for 15, because that's what we came up with. 45 equals, and I know 3 times 15 is 45, so we were correct. So this 15t really means that there's how many teams? 15 teams. That's what I was really looking for. Okay, well, let's check out problem B. It says a theater has 1,200 seats. Each row has 20 seats. Write and solve an equation to find the number of rows in the theater. Okay, so we know that there's 1,200 seats, and each row has 20 seats, and we want to know the number of rows. So it's going to be 20 seats times the number of rows. Okay, so our equation is 1,200 equals 20 times r, and this r stands for rows. Okay, let's draw a line down the middle so we can solve for r. 20 and r is being multiplied, so we need to divide both sides by 20. Okay, let's look at our left side. I know 1,200 divided by 20 is 60. And if you're not sure, you could take a 0 away from both of the numbers, and it'd be 120 divided by 2, and that's 60. Okay, and then on the right side, the 20s, they cancel out because there's a 20 in the numerator and a 20 in the denominator. So on the right, we're just left with r. R for rows. Okay, now let's double check that we're right. So let's use our original equation, 1,200 equals 20 times r. We know r equals 60, so let's substitute. Okay, 20 and 60 are kind of big numbers, so let's take away the 0 here. And let's just solve 2 times 6. Why not? That's 12. And then we'll add a 0 back. Add both of our zeros back, and it's 1,200. So we were right. So how many rows are there? There's 60 rows. And that's it.